Anaconda, queen of the swamps, knows this schedule well. She waits at the edge of the stream, transformed into a floating log. Deep within the Amazon, the water current is the signal that initiates every fierce battle for survival in this kingdom of giants. From the arduous 4,000-kilometer journey upstream to the deadly constriction of the anaconda, standing still here means certain death. At the gateway to the Atlantic, one of the planet's greatest migrations begins in the dark depths where sunlight cannot reach. Meet the Dorado. They are beginning a massive journey to the foothills of the Andes to breed in the world's longest freshwater migration. This journey is fraught with danger. They do not eat or drink, using every bit of energy to fight the current and enemies. The anaconda, queen of the swamps, knows this schedule well. She waits at the edge of the stream, transformed into a floating log. She watches for weary travelers to pass by. In the murky water, everything happens in moments, leaving only ripples on the surface. Anaconda subdues its prey with an extremely strong constricting force, rapidly restricting respiration and movement until the struggle finally ends. While fish breed upstream, another massive gathering takes place downstream. Thousands of Amazonian river turtles are converging on their ancestral sandbank. This is Ariba, the Great Landing. Tens of thousands of females come ashore at once, using their sheer numbers as a defense. Under the cover of darkness, they dig their nests. For these mothers, the sandbank is a giant source of life and energy. But predators are watching. When opportunity arises, they will seize it. That is the Amazon's ruthless and unwavering rule of survival. Jaguars rely on jaw strength and technique, while anacondas rely on pressure and patience. Even a small mistake here can be costly. As the sun rises, the sand reveals the stories of the night. Trails of life and death are written in the shifting grains. Hatching day arrives. The sandbanks transform into a vibrant river as thousands of hatchlings race against death to reach the water. From the sky to the water's surface, danger lurks in every direction. Only a very small fraction will ever reach the river. Their journey to survival has only just begun. The river teems with predators waiting for the small and the weak to stumble. The rainy season begins and the Amazon's thirst is finally quenched. The river will rise by 10 meters, submerging the entire forest. Millions of pacu fish leave the narrow riverbeds to migrate into the dense forest looking for a massive fruit feast. The flooded forest provides food for the fish, and in return, the fish become diligent gardeners, spreading seeds across the land. For land-dwelling inhabitants, rising water is a disaster. Fire ants undertake their migration by creating an unsinkable living raft. They drift with the floodwaters to find higher ground, carrying their queen and larvae within the stinging mass. All creatures that cannot swim must climb. The forest canopy becomes a cramped, crowded shelter for everyone escaping the rising tide. Sloths, which normally dislike movement, are forced to swim for hours to find food and mates in the altered landscape. The flood season has completely changed the behavior of every creature in the forest, forcing them into new ways of living. The Amazon jaguar is the only cat species in the world perfectly adapted to this semi-aquatic life, hunting in the trees and water. High above, monkeys create aerial highways to avoid isolation, moving constantly through the roof of the world to stay alive. Pink dolphins navigate through the trees, using sonar to find fish in the flooded maze. They are the ghosts of the forest. When night falls, the flooded forest transforms into a labyrinth of danger. Predators and prey play a lethal game of hide and seek. In the dry season, the pools disappear. Millions of aquatic creatures are trapped in stagnant pools, signaling a great migration of birds. Caimans gather in the shrinking mud, waiting for the rains to return. Survival instincts override predatory urges in the heat of the sun. October marks the peak of the dry season. Lungfish must burrow deep into the earth to hibernate until the water returns. Fire is the final test of the dry season. A panic migration ensues as the raging flames become the greatest enemy of all. But the Amazon has extraordinary resilience. When things seem most hopeless, a savior appears from the Atlantic in the form of rain. The lifeblood has returned. The lungfish stir underground, sensing the moisture, and emerge from their earthen tombs to live again. A new generation is born. Millions of baby fish begin their journey downstream, repeating the great cycle of their parents. Life in the Amazon is a never-ending series of migrations, fleeing drought, searching for food, or perpetuating the species. Every morning, thousands of parrots fly to the clay cliffs. They eat the clay to detoxify from the forest seeds they consume. The clay cliff is a lifeline, but also a death trap. Harpy eagles are always waiting for an easy meal from the flock. Tapirs, the gentle giants, swim across the river in search of new forests. They are the gardeners of the Amazonian wilderness. The greatest migration isn't of animals, it's the migration of water vapor. Billions of tons evaporate to create flying rivers in the sky. Giant otters, nicknamed river wolves, thrive through a disciplined pack lifestyle and a tight-knit social structure that ensures their safety. They use a pack defense tactic called mobbing to disorient larger opponents, neutralizing threats before any harm can be done to the pack. Through cooperation and perseverance, the giant otter continues to thrive, asserting its position in the complex rainforest food chain. The black caiman is a top predator. During breeding season, mothers prioritize protecting the nest over hunting to ensure the future. Piranha are small but have a high hydrodynamic advantage. In the cramped terrain of tree roots, they are nearly impossible to catch. Waterfowl possess extremely keen reflexes to avoid surprise attacks. In nature, the crocodile's hunting success rate is often very low. Monitor lizards act as opportunists seeking nourishment from the eggs of larger species when the nests are left unguarded. Crocodile jaws possess sensitive pressure receptors, allowing them to move eggs with absolute precision without breaking the fragile shells. Life in the Amazon is shaped by constant change. Animals move to find water, food, and safety as the seasons shift. Survival depends not on strength alone, but on adaptation and cooperation. Every species contributes to the balance of the ecosystem. By observing these natural rhythms, we learn why protecting the Amazon matters for the stability of our entire planet's climate. Preserving this rainforest helps sustain biodiversity and a healthy planet for future generations to inherit and cherish forever. The Amazon never sleeps. It's always moving, always changing. Every creature is a traveler on the great journey of life. It is a symphony of water, life, and death. This flow will continue forever as long as we protect its fragile beauty. The golden light of the setting sun signals the end of another day of struggle and triumph in the heart of the jungle. As darkness takes hold, the stars emerge over the canopy, a silent witness to the ancient cycles that govern this wild land. The heartbeat of the earth is found here, in the rustle of leaves and the flow of the mighty, life-giving river. From the smallest ant to the largest jaguar, every life is connected in a web that stretches across the vast Amazon basin. This is the kingdom of giants, a place of wonder and terror, where the spirit of survival burns brighter than anywhere else on Earth.